Hello, hello, hello! Okay, something weird. I, I always do, but during my loading screens, I turn on a 3-minute ad to try to help disable pre-roll or whatever. I don't know if it works, but I do it anyway, because might as well. But what's weird is that the button says, run 3 minutes of ads, and I do that, literally as soon as I can, so within, 30 seconds of pressing the start streaming button. And I could tell that it lasted, 4 minutes, which... Why are you lying to me, Twitch? Maybe is that accounting for, delay or something like that? I don't know. But yeah, either way, we're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable today, Ultra Deluxe Edition, because I have been wanting to play this game for a while, and I want to play a game that's related to it as well, and I think I'll have a fun time. It's been a while since I've done something that's just, very narrative-driven, I guess I could say. Not, action or, strategy or whatever, just, walking simulator type games. But yeah, so let's, hop on. I launched the game just for the first time, and I got, this is as far as I've gotten. I'm gonna choose English subtitles just so that it's easier for people to read potentially and all that. So yeah, let's get started. No, I have not played the Stanley Parable before. I've seen stuff of the original Stanley Parable. I watched a lot of videos of it back in the day, but I've never played it myself. I did try the demo a while ago. The starting brightness was fine. In theory, I could go down until it is, barely visible for me, but, I'm just gonna go with the normal brightness, I think. We'll turn it down slightly. There we go. Current time, okay. Oh, I have to go all the way up to PM. EST moment. Nice, accessibility. Alright, what are we in for? If there's one thing I know about the game, it's that there's some, existential nonsense that you can get into, and that it's just a really good comedy game as well. Is there anything that I want to do? Oh, walking. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, this is fine. Audio. I'm just gonna assume that that's fine. Desync be gone. Yeah, sure, okay. Let's go. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Loading. That's a classic. God. It's been so long. I haven't spoiled myself at all for Ultra Deluxe, except I know that I know one thing about it, and that's it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yep.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Yep.
This is what employee 427
Oh, that's a precise, down to the millisecond? Jeez.
Every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Hey man, if you enjoy what you like,
Stanley was happy.
let's go, Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Yo.
Something he would never quite forget.
What was
He
it?
had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Have you tried,
no one had showed up to give
unplugging
him
it, plugging it back in?
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Maybe the Ethernet
Shocked,
cable's not
frozen
plugged in
solid,
properly.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Now, I know one of the core things of this game... Okay, never mind, we're turning VSync back on. Oh, that was some screen tearing. Okay. One of the things I remember is that, you know, a lot of it is how much you want to obey the narrator and whatnot, but we're just gonna go... We're gonna follow directions, all that, from the start. Yeah. We can press buttons, let's go. I love the idea... actually, so I mentioned Ethernet cable. I just had to unplug my Ethernet, because for some reason, like, some things, like OBS or Twitch, just, like, really don't like it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, why can I... Oh, can I jump? Hold on, wait. Okay, guys, I know I said I'm going to follow directions, but I've been granted with some, like, immense power here, being able to walk up objects. Okay, whatever.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find
Yeah.
his coworkers.
Oh, turning on Discord light mode be like... Yeah, no, I wish I could stream with Ethernet, or, like, certain games. Also, like, don't like it, like League of Legends or whatever, just hates when I use Ethernet, which, sure. But, God, that is really just... They really just used a white skybox, huh? And just outside the void. Let me just turn off these guys' computers. They don't want to drain power. Oh, hello. Maybe they're undergoing some, like, renovations or something. Oops, I forgot that's auto walk. Ooh, there's a... Ooh, that room has a letter on it, yo. I wonder what those, sales in this quarter, something, whatever. Oh, the classic room.
A set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, the classic. The most iconic room from this game, definitely, I would say. Other than, like, the very intro room, I guess. Alright, Mr. Narrator. Man, it really is just a beautiful day outside, huh? You ever, like, you know, look out... This is what it feels like, you know, when I wake up at, like... at, like, normal human times. And I wake up and I look out the window and it's just flashbang. The radiance is out there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
the whiteboard
Stanley
manager.
decided to go
Friends?
out to his boss's
What happened to
office,
Friends?
hoping he might find an answer there.
Target admin marketing. I'm curious. There's gotta be some cabal planning. What? Yo, office party. Let's go. Don't tell 432 about this meeting. That's not me. Okay. We're broke Wednesdays. Financial panic meeting. 8bird. Oh, I remember from the demo, like 88888 was a major thing. Oh, these no more. Oh god, someone over there is having a bit of a crisis. Let's look at these. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. Oh my god. Synergize core value expenditures, shift global market paradigm, monetize free to play. Oh, I see. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Anyway, so... Wait. Oh my god, this is great. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Oh, we're selling graphs. Okay, cool. We're a graph manufacturer. And I can tell looking in all this place. Also, I keep pressing spacebar thinking that I can jump, but oh! As I say that, I get an achievement that says you can't jump for mashing spacebar. Rate at which charts on the same side depict same information. Oh, I see. Rate of increasing graphs per slide. Oh, there it is. Yep, okay. Hold on, I want the broom closet. I know there's something in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Yep.
So he turned around and got back on track.
Alright, yeah, sure. I'll do the broom closet ending later. That's fine. Alright, where am I going?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's in this room? Is this anything? No, okay. That's weird. Wait, how does that... Huh? There's some, like, non-Euclidean geometry going on here. Like, this room, this door is too high. Like, that doorway, the top of that door is in the floor here. Like, it should be... Huh. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Oh, I see. Mirror doesn't seem to be working very well. Can I flush the toilet? No? Okay. Extreme bathrooms! God. The devs really had a fun time with this, didn't they? Up here, let me close the door. I like the one bright white door in the middle of everything else. Is computer on? No. The beige pages. Okay. 2 phones. Fancy. Alright, what's in the office, buddy?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Look, I know
But of course,
you're
Stanley
telling me
couldn't
this, but
possibly have
hold
known
on.
this.
The keypad? Oh, here. 8888. What was it? 2, 8.
Stanley just sat
4,
around twiddling his
5.
thumbs, trying yet incredibly by simply pushing
Yep.
random buttons on the keypad.
Oh,
Stanley
goodbye,
had
light.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Stanley's
stepped
just built
into the
different.
newly opened passageway.
Stanley's he's just a different type of breed. Also, something interesting. You know how I mentioned that there's no jump button? That is something that a lot of games could probably learn from. There are several games that really don't need to have the ability to jump. And it feels weird playing a single player, like a first person game and not being able to just idly jump while going everywhere. But like, how do I put this? Like, there are some times when it really, really breaks a game to be able to jump. Also, is there something back here? No, okay. But like, the best example I can think of is probably like, the one FNAF game recently, Security Breach, where jumping could let you just fucking deload the entire map. Oh, down we go. But yeah, no, a lot of games really don't need jump buttons. You don't need them. It's fine. You don't need to be able to jump. Your player will just be able to break something by going all defaulty collision.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Do I?
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
Yeah?
As though he felt more
Ooh, I
free
see.
to think for
There's an
himself,
office there.
to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had
Thinking
never
for
occurred
myself
to
as
him?
I'm still following the
This
instructions of the
question would
narrator.
not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Okay. Can I just go back up? No, we'll do that later. That'll be a different thought. I can't let the intrusive thoughts
Stanley
win for
walked
now.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Okay, whatever. What does this clipboard say? Oh, it's just a bunch of employee numbers, probably.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yo. Oh, hey, there's a
What
catwalk up
horrible
there.
secret did this place hold?
I wonder where the
Stanley
catwalk
thought
leads to.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, that... Was that there before? I don't know. Oh, there's just other pillars here. Okay, sure. Oh, oh god. Uh-oh.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control
I'm
facility.
sorry.
Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013,
Uh-huh.
getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Right.
And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very sincere about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours.
Right.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room.
Look, I was trying to
As
play the
part
game
of your
normally.
perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content.
Look, I haven't played the
Always
original
more
one.
Content, more content.
I
more,
broke.
More,
I broke it. I'm sorry,
I'm
narrator.
here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game.
Uh-huh.
With secrets and Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
God,
You
I'm gonna
won't
love
hear it
this.
anywhere else in the game.
Okay.
It's a secret that's just for you.
Uh-huh.
That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Uh-huh.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Yep.
You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Yeah, okay, game. I get it.
Jumped on the catwalk.
Oh, I sure did.
You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
I really should have. I didn't mean to get this.
Used to be a bug.
Uh-huh. It's not a bug. It's a feature. It's fine.
Now it's an editing. I believe in you. I believe in your ability.
Can I, like...
Cross this barrier. Chase your dreams.
Can I get further out of bounds here?
Anything. Good job, you did it. Good job.
No, okay, there is a hard wall here. Okay.
Good job, you did it. Good job. You did
I really did do it. I really didn't mean to do it, though. I didn't think that it would work. I thought I would just, you know, fall. Or not fall, I thought it would just be, you know, there'd be a wall there. Okay. So, okay, there we go. Well, okay, I guess we're starting from the start. That's technically an ending. Okay, we're just gonna...
All of his co-workers.
Wait, I
were
wonder,
gone.
is strafing
What did it
faster?
mean?
Okay, so
Stanley
here's the
decided
thing.
to go
I
to the
say
meeting
that
room.
I was gonna
Perhaps
like
he'd
love
send
this
in a
game
memo.
because the thing is I'm both in like game development, and that is definitely like a bit of a game developer moment right there. And also like I follow like speed running and stuff like that, so stuff like those sorts of exploits or like,
There was
you know,
not a
content
single
I think
person
about
left
content
there.
creation about
Feeling
games a
away
lot
with
and stuff like
disbelief,
that.
Stanley decided
Um,
to go up to his boss's office.
and
Coming to
so,
a staircase,
like-
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know. It's just interesting, like, you know, see something this self-aware and just like I feel like this game is perfect for me.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
what was
once
it?
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Right, there
Stanley
you
was
go.
in such a rush to get through the story
I'm sorry,
as quickly
buddy.
as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to
I'm
just
sorry,
let
buddy.
the narrator talk.
Look, I know.
That kind of anxiety.
Look,
isn't
I
So he
wanted to go
relaxed
for
a
the.
few moments with some calming stage music.
Okay, fuck you too, game. I'm gonna sit down here. Okay, God. Oh God, I bet if you're speedrunning, you have to like try to
Feeling soothed
do it as
and
fast as you can
rejuvenated,
without getting this
Stanley
cutscene.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, okay. So, look, game, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get the other ending. I was trying to follow instructions, but God, this is perfect for me. This is so good. I'm surprised I haven't played this game before, like earlier. But I'm glad I'm able to do it for you guys on stream now. Also, I'll give you one moment while I close out of some extra things that I forgot that I don't need to open. There we go.
Stanley walked straight
That
ahead
looks like a
through
button.
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm sure we'll check out Escape later. Okay, we won't go out of bounds this time. I guess technically still in bounds because the game accounted for it, but still.
The lights rose on an enormous room.
Oh, the
packed with
bridge just
television
isn't there,
screens.
huh?
What horrible secret did this
Let me
place
push the button.
hold
Let me put the button. Let me push the button. Let me push. Oh, there's the
Did he
bridge.
have
Gotcha.
the strength to find out?
Oh, I already pushed the button. That's how the lights came on. I forgot. So this time, I'm not gonna step up over the ledge. We're gonna not do that.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh, someone's
Their
fired.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
You know, you guys know that,
The lives
oh, wait.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place
Yeah.
where freedom meant
Wait, where's
nothing.
247? 247's me, right? I don't know. I can't find my room. Anyway, I was gonna say, this reminds me of the fucking scene from The Incredibles with, like, the like, prototype when Mr. Incredible's going through, and they see, like, oh, this guy versus this, eliminated, whatever. God. Elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under
I feel like I
someone's
can go out of
control
bounds
all
there
this
as well.
time? Was this the only reason he
And
was
here.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That would explain how he's able to
He
do,
refused
like,
to believe it. He
millisecond
couldn't
precise
accept it.
inputs.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Well, right now I'm in
Wasn't
the
it?
narrator's
Was it
control,
even possible?
so, you
Had
know.
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Maybe by the end of this game, I'll be talking about free will and whether or not it
Here was
exists.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let's go. I don't know why I'm not... Oh, because it's all offline, that's why. Alright, let's turn off the power, I guess. Wait, what? What's this button? 5. That'll probably be relevant later. But I kind of want to press the 5 button. Like, is there a 1 somewhere? Fuck it, okay. God, there's so much content in this game, I can already tell. So many branching paths. Okay, it looks like strafing doesn't speed you up.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Can I read what it says up there? But I'm at the controls now. I could do the mind control. Nah, fuck it. Turn it off. Oh. Game. Game? You good?
Blackness
Oh, okay.
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Oh, we're going to the
Unshackled
skybox.
himself from someone else's command.
Nope, still
Freedom
shackled.
was mere moments
Because
away.
I'm still listening to you, Mr.
yet-
Narrator.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yep.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Because the power's
What
off.
other mysteries did this strange
Or rather, it
building
was
hold?
offline.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Not to this
For
Stanley.
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
He was already happy,
Perhaps
though.
his goal had not been to understand.
He was already happy pushing the buttons under the mind control or
No
whatever.
longer would anyone tell him where to go.
Is that
what to
bad,
do,
honestly?
Or how to feel.
Is he even
Whatever
any more
life
free
is,
now than he was
it will
before?
be his. And that was all he needed.
Will
to
it be
know.
his life?
It was perhaps.
Will I still be
the
controlling it
only
after this?
thing
Also, what is
left.
this door?
Stanley stepped through the open door.
This isn't even a door, this is just a black box.
Stanley felt
Oh,
the cool
there you go.
breeze
That was a
upon his
kind of
skin,
jank camera
the
move.
feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new
Now he has
path
even less
before
control.
him.
Like, you know,
This was exactly the way.
assuming Stanley
right
is
now,
not me, the player,
things were meant to happen.
then
And Stanley was happy.
if you know, assuming Stanley is not me, the player, I'm gonna assume that that was not Stanley moving. That was the narrator moving Stanley some more. Stanley never has a choice and he never will. So sucks to be him. Except, you know, no, we'll keep that as an indoor thought for now. Don't worry, we'll get there
All of
eventually.
his co-workers were gone.
All right, so
What could it mean?
let's try
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
doing
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
the opposite of everything. Because why not, right? I feel like that's a good... Can I clip... Hold on. Can I get outside? Sorry, a new thought occurred, and I need to... I need to address it now.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Oh,
he couldn't
hold
find
on.
a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, yes, we can. Here we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Nope.
Until he heard this narration
Yep.
and realized it was part
Don't
of
worry,
the
I've been down
game's
this path
design all
before.
along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary.
I literally
into the
did,
nature of
actually.
Video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
I literally
So,
did.
Now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yep.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all
God,
in?
this game fucking read me like a book.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, I think this one's fine.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
Yeah, sure.
But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
God!
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Yes.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Mm-hmm.
What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? And this is rich.
That's it.
Perhaps you've just played the other option. Now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Yep.
Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, I'm sure
Though
I am.
If the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Do I go back to the other... Oh god, do I have to, like, manually restart? Oh, I do have to manually restart. Perfect. I kind of want to see. I kind of want to know. I mean, I'm sure that it will just be an illusion of choice type of thing,
Stanley
but
decided
still.
to go to the meeting
like,
room. Perhaps he had simply missed
We
the
gotta
memo.
do it. The real question is, will it know that I just
At
did it
first,
again?
Stanley
Okay, no, okay.
assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and
Yep,
realized
nope.
it was part of the game's design.
It do be part of the game. God, I cannot believe it fucking... Oh, I can believe that read me like a book, because the whole point of this game is about the nature of choice and...
its examination of
exactly.
structural narrative tropes.
And then,
Now that
yeah.
you're here,
God,
what do you
it's
think?
so good.
Isn't this a fun and unique
This
place
game
to be?
has so
Why
much
don't we take
to
a
talk
minute
about,
just to drink
like
it
the
all
concept of free will and choice and all that
Okay,
stuff.
I'm
All
over
those
it
good
now.
existential
What do you think?
topics.
Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely.
Oh, it is
but
new
you could
text.
literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want.
Uh-huh.
Like right now. You could have done it just then.
Yep.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
I'm sure it would
Any
be.
of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible
Uh-huh.
and see how long you can maintain.
Sure. Okay, you got some music.
There once was a man named Stanley,
Uh-huh.
who people
It's okay. I answered with my true feelings the first time, so it's fine.
Must be told, He was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Oh, that part's
What's
not true.
Stanley like
Actually,
then?
Stanley's not me, so.
He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to
Well,
function.
that's not my fault. It's the fact that there's a
Which is
fucking
why
mind
he's
control
in this
facility.
parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
Yeah.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
You know what, narrator? You have just as little choice here as I do. So.
You too will become quite
Actually, even less. You have less choice. Or perhaps equally amount. Perhaps me, Stanley, and the narrator each have an equal amount of choice and freedom at this point, so. The real question is there another verse? Come on. Give it another verse. Give me more. Encore! Encore, Mr. Narrator! I'm gonna give it another couple chords or whatever, and if there's nothing else, then I will restart. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds like it's looping. Okay. Well. Now that I've... Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna do another thing real quick.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Yep. Oh, I can click through
What
this
if he
chair.
had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
Yep.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Yep.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yep.
I will be happy.
You sure will.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
I mean, I see the
He
clock
no
right there. It
longer had
doesn't
the
look like
ability
it.
to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Yeah.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Yep. Nothing. That's what happens if you wait for something to happen. It's might just
Wait,
never happen.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
What the? Oh, he says that only because I closed the door behind myself, so now I can't check. I seem to have locked myself out of my office there then. Alright. Well, let's keep going. And I'm just gonna check all these doors, because why not? Maybe one of them will have something. Like this one. This feels like there should be something here. Yo, nice. Nice door.
Stanley clicked on literally
Oh, I sure
every
did.
single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Nope, I know exactly what I'm doing, and your narration is just proof of that. We're gonna click on more of them, actually. Let's get all the doors. Let's close all these doors behind me, too. Why not? No going back now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
No, I think I
right.
want to close the door on my left. Oh, no, never mind, I can't. Alright, we're gonna go out this way. We're gonna try it this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep. Nope, that's exactly what I want to do. That's another... There's more world out there. And they're lettered, not numbered. Well, they're numbers and letters, but still.
Ah, yes, truly a room
Yeah,
worth
let's,
admiring.
what do we got
It
here?
had really been worth the detour after all.
Let's get-
just to spend a few
let's get the
moments here
purple.
in this
Yeah, there we
immaculate,
go.
beautifully constructed room.
Yep.
Stanley simply stood here.
Mind the gap
drinking
here.
it all in.
Or mind the step. Number 1, Dad. Let's go. Oh. Anytime that I step up onto an object, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah, you know, let's close the other
Room
doors.
So utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Look, buddy, I'm sorry, but I've already handled the situation. It's just a matter... It's another timeline type thing.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Oh,
open door
someone,
on his
like,
left.
lit this fucking copier on fire, I guess. Holy shit. No, I don't think I want to take the door on my... there is something I want... We're gonna completely disobey first.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Now, there's a lot of potential things to do here. Now, Stanley, or Innes, might think perhaps that, let's see, will cause death, yeah. Perhaps, Innes is thinking, you know, or Stanley, that, hey, me disobeying these orders all the time is giving, that this is freedom. But in reality, you're only choosing the option to fucking go against, like, to do the opposite of whatever you're told in this case, and your choices are still, you know, I'm still locked within the options provided by the game here, or the options provided by whatever circumstances. Also, God, I wanted...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What are we
I'm not
storing
your
here,
enemy,
graphs?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Oh, there's
but
a
the
catwalk
fact is
down
that
there.
The story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
No, we're not gonna worry about that
Someone
for now.
you've forgotten about.
No, we're gonna go down here.
Really?
Nope.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
This
Are
run,
you that
yes.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I'll find something beautiful on my own,
Let
trust
me
me.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger. Danger everywhere. Alright, what are we doing this? Yo, we got to one of the lighter rooms. Let's go. Alright, what you got for me, narrator? I'm still clicking on all the doors, by the way. Warning. Do not stand on this side of fence. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. No buckets past this point. Shit, what am I gonna do without the buckets and while standing on this side of the fence? Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't think I want to. I kind of like this door. This door's cool. No, we're gonna go through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I don't think. I think
All right,
even
fine,
subtitles.
go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You
Yeah.
want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
I think
Well,
I do.
Don't let me stop you.
Yo, is this the catwalk?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished
Oh.
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Oh,
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Don't worry, I already did
Do you not
that.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Hey, the
And in the
narrator.
end, it was all for
Look,
nothing. Because this
buddy,
is what you wanted to
as
see.
someone who has
Help me
DM'd
here,
for
Stanley. Help
D&D,
elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skilled?
Also, I love the
trades?
clipping
Work with
textures
me. You
here, by
gave
the
me
way.
Absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design.
Oh?
Give me some feedback.
okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
But what if I just start following the normal door now? Like. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about
Oh,
your
okay. I
experience
see.
with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, more choices means more content, so I guess it'll be better than
Okay,
nothing.
so
Yeah.
we're getting somewhere. Clearly, there's something here that speaks to you.
Mhm.
If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling.
Mhm.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Ah.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this
Let's
one.
go, narrator.
Let's take a look.
Okay, yeah. Ooh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking
Ooh.
through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Go through this door. Try it out. Oh, oh. seem to have... I seem to have trapped myself. Mr. Narrator? Sir, I might have broken something. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna have to restart and go through all that, huh? It'd be really nice if this door didn't close behind me. Okay, we're gonna restart, and we're just gonna follow back, and we're gonna try to keep going that route. Because, I mean, I seem to have messed up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Also, I
And
just realized that put me,
Stanley
like,
knew
right at the
well.
door section
Perhaps he
rather
wanted
than
to stop
before
by
it.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep, employee lounge, all nice
Wow.
stuff.
Yes,
This room.
this room.
Uh-huh.
What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. We're going this way. Sorry, buddy.
Stanley
I
was
missed
so bad
content
at
by
following
breaking the game,
directions,
I'm
it's
sorry.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Gonna go on this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, there's actually there's an open door down there. Huh. That's
I
interesting.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Nope, sorry.
Really?
I'm going back here.
Do you
Sorry,
have
buddy.
zero consideration for others?
Look,
Are you that
look, I
convinced
get
that
it.
want something bad
I
to
get
happen
it,
to you?
but I
What?
know that you're being
I don't
betrayed
know
for the
how to
first time in
convince
your
you of
eyes,
this,
but I've
but
already
I
done this
really
before,
do
buddy.
want to help you,
And I've also
to show
already
you
followed your
something
instructions
beautiful.
before, don't worry.
Look,
Okay, we're gonna
let me
go through the
prove
blue
it.
door.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully,
Uh-huh.
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't. He walks through the blue door here. I know because I've done it before.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
No, he didn't.
door.
He didn't walk through the red door. He walked through the blue door.
I still don't think we're
And he did it
communicating
again.
properly. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Uh-huh.
You want to know so badly
Yep,
what's out
sorry,
there?
buddy.
You'll
I
find
I
out
know,
what
I
lies
get
at
that
the end
you're
of this road
going
and
through a
shows
bit of
you
a crisis
well,
right now,
don't
but I want to
let
help
me
you with your
stop
game design, Mr. Narrator.
You see?
And
There's nothing here.
yeah,
I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
Uh-huh,
because
I know
were
you
never
haven't.
Supposed to be here in the
I'm sorry,
first
buddy.
place.
I know I've been
Broken
through this
rules,
timeline
exposed
already. I just
developers,
broke your
textures.
game.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
God, this
for
corner.
you?
This corner's so nice.
Do you not think I put a lot of time?
And I
into
know
it?
that this corner's intentional. Like, they
And in the
intentionally
end,
fucked
was
it up
all
here.
for nothing, because this
Which is
is what you
great. Same with the
wanted to see.
shadows.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Mm-hmm.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Nah.
Skill trees?
Not really.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go. A third option. This already feels
That third
leaps
option
ahead of
broke the
where we
game
were
before.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
It was a 4.
Would you say that
That's
the
what I said
game
before.
benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yeah.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
we're getting somewhere. Clearly, there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm
I
going
love
with
the
this.
notion of
This whole
making
third
him
door
give me a
thing was
third
just
choice
stab in the
and then
dark.
not
But
taking
I
it.
guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough,
Uh-huh.
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Mhm.
Let's take a look.
Look, I was just so motivated to go through that door by this leaderboard that I did it and then it broke. I'm sorry, Mr. Narrator. What's weird is that he gave the narration about me going through before. Also, whoop. Yo, that's me. Yeah, that is me. Okay, so let's go. Now let's go through this door. There we go. Okay, it just broke last
Would
time.
you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Nah.
Again, honest answers, please.
Not really.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh, okay.
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Go for it. What are you
You
making?
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Here, okay, yeah, go for it.
In this game,
Oh,
Baby crawls
this.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the
Uh-huh.
fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Uh-huh.
I think the art world will really take notice.
Yeah, don't
But
worry,
of course,
man, I agree.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Right.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Uh-huh. Oh god, the buzzer noise. That's so loud. Now, maybe one day as like a fucking punishment game type thing, I will play all 4 hours of this as just like a stream. And then we'll do some like other fun shit in the background while that's happening. Maybe I'll set up like an auto clicker or something, who knows. But I don't know if my ear can handle the combination of buzzer and baby crying for any more time than we already have. So, I'm sorry, buddy. I tried my best. Losing is part of the game.
Bastard.
Hey, buddy.
Did you do it because you hate babies?
No,
or
losing's part of the
purely
game. I gotta
despite
test
me?
how I gotta test the
Because if
lose
it's
state.
latter, well, I don't know what to do.
I gotta
can
test the
take
losing
out
state
ideas.
narrator. That's just part of the
I
game.
can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
Okay.
I'm done. It's over.
Okay.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Oh, okay, sure.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Sure. What we got? Now I'm gonna have to change my stream category if he's booting up another game. Am I gonna get like fucking Psycho Mantis? Oh. Oh!
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stan?
This is Firewatch,
What's
isn't
our
it?
backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps
Yeah?
for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No, I don't think that's true, buddy.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Yeah?
So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Uh-huh.
And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What I remember is back in the day... Oh, that's the Minecraft doors opening effect. I was gonna say, back in the day, it used to be, like, Minecraft and Portal, I think, for the games that it would pull up. Also, wow, my movement speed is real slow up here. Oh, there's a staircase. That's... okay. Yeah, I don't know what game this is. I think it's Firewatch. That would make sense, but...
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Yo, Total Freedom? Oh, I am lagging out a bit. Oh,
It
there's a
is.
sign.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Oh. Okay.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Yeah?
That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Oh
no
god,
path to follow. You
this
could
this
just go
really is kind of
away.
breaking my my frame rate.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Oh man, he doesn't even want to have free will. He doesn't even want to have free choice. He
I'm
doesn't
going
even
to
have
get
to
us
think
out of
about
here.
it.
Let's find another game.
Okay.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Sure. Hopefully something that won't break my computer as well.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay. What we got? Oh my god.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you.
I'm so glad they
There
changed the
isn't
game since
any
the previous
possibility
version.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Now, I have to note that
Stanley,
I
if
am
you
supposed to
manage
be in a
get lost
car
this game,
for this.
I will be phenomenally impressed.
Also, this is at a slope. Something's wrong here. My camera angle is, like, angled.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Like,
There are lots of cars
Right,
here
it's
in the back,
slanted.
but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
why is
Oh,
my
what
camera
fun.
at an angle?
We
What
shall run the
tilted
bases
it?
and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I feel like I need the car. What team am I on? I'm gonna assume I'm on... Okay, wait, no. I hit it and it turned orange, which means I think I'm on blue. So...
Are you doing it?
Oh, never
Are
mind.
you
It's just the
winning?
color
Is
what
this
side it's
fun?
in.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one
I fall in
ball
here?
generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
Oh, no.
then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
Sometimes
experience.
it
I'm
is
going
fun
try
to
now.
experiment.
Here comes another ball.
I know that it's fun to experiment with things in
Yes.
game design, but
Oh,
more
goodness,
balls
that
isn't
really
necessarily
does
better.
feel amazing, doesn't it?
Also,
Stanley,
God,
I'm
my
like a
frame
child
rate.
in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
Also,
I'm
it feels
insatiable.
weird not being able to jump
More
for this game.
balls.
Yeah, yeah. Can I just fucking jump into the goal, please, game? At this point? He's gonna fucking crash my PC if he loads up too many more balls. Yeah, look at the stream frame
Enjoy
rate!
this, Stanley.
Oh my
Are
god.
you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Alright, we're going in the full.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Yep. Aha! Oh god.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. Oh god, I feel like if I stayed where he was, I might have gotten into like more stuff relating there, so I don't know if that's another branching path. But this is something. This is giving me Portal 2 vibes with like the old test chambers. But it's open world. Oh god, I fell. I don't know if I was meant to go anywhere there, but oh. Are we in the back rooms? That's what this is. Guys, if I get jump scared, I'm gonna fucking die. Like IRL. I didn't sign up for this, if this is what this is. It's another hole into the void. Yeah, okay. Try to follow the light and like floor details. Oh, we're going like backwards. This is the right. This goes back towards the office, yeah, and then this way would go towards the boss's place, right? And then this is the first doorway on the right, or whatever, or something. Like this is an early build of the game, basically. Okay, well I can't follow the intended path. So we'll just go backwards towards Stanley's office, I guess. This is cool. I like this, okay. Oh. That's a weird thing on that bottom right screen. Huh. Seven, that's me. Because wasn't this game originally like basically like a Half-Life mod almost, or like using that source engine? The question is where to go from here. It seems like there's more to do. I can't imagine this is the end and I just have to manually restart. This feels too convoluted for that. Like I'm gonna have to, like, it'll manually restart. Oh.
I wonder what he found.
Oh, yeah.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Yeah.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll
What
understand
cost?
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Oh, I see.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
Right,
and
okay.
make sense
I was
of
literally
the
just
chaos
saying
and
that.
the fear and the confusion.
Holy
That's
shit.
who I am.
This game had the hard
That
read.
is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Mhm.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Mhm.
The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Mhm. Okay, there we go. Now I wonder if I did stay in. Oh, good God!
All of his co-workers were gone.
No, I don't think
What
that's
could
the
it
only thing
mean?
that happened, Mr.
Stanley
Narrator.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mr. Narrator, I think you're missing out on something. Something's gone wrong. Someone's had a bit of a fun time, so it seems.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Look, I'm sorry,
it didn't
but-
make a single difference.
Look, I get
Nor
it, but
did it
there's
advance the story
there's
in
so
any
much
way.
paper here, buddy. I guess
When
it's nothing.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go
This was
through
not
the
correct
like.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
There's a couple
Perhaps
things
he
I want
wanted
to do
stop
here.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Stanley decided to watch any stream. Yo, what's up, Parody?
The
We're
lounge
talking
was
about
sublime,
existential
a work
crises
of
and
art.
free will.
What was it but eager to get back
This
to
game has
business?
been like getting the
Stanley took
hard read on
first
me
open
multiple
door
times
on
of
his
what
left.
exactly I'm thinking. We just played a bit of what I think was Firewatch and then Rocket League, and then I may or may not have broken progression a little bit by oh, right up my alley. Yeah, exactly. I might have broken progression by falling out of the world
Stanley
in
was
Rocket
so
League,
bad at following
and then
directions, it's
like I don't know if
incredible
there's
he
another
could find
ending that
years
way if
ago.
I didn't do that, or if it was gonna make me do that anyway. Haven't played the update version. Yeah, I never played the original, so yeah, I never played the original, but I did watch a lot of it, but I haven't seen anything about the updated version. So yeah. Right now we already did the main ending. We did an ending that was added in the update where I fell out of bounds in the main
I
ending.
realize that investing
Um,
your trust in someone else can be difficult,
And we
but
did the one where he
fact
fell
is
down
that the
there
story
and
has
continued
been about
disobeying, and he
nothing
just
but
loads up
you
other games.
all this
And now
time.
we're gonna try just doing
There's
the
someone you've been
this part,
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
which I
about.
think is about Stanley's
Me.
wife or something.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Up here.
To put your work
Okay.
aside. To let her back into your life.
But I want to get up here.
She's been waiting.
I'm sure she has. Can I get back on this? Oh, okay. God, I can already tell that there's just so many endings here, and there's so much stuff, like so many branching paths. So many potential decisions to be made. Oh. Into the void.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, I know something you can
need
do
to be
here.
The one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yep.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Yeah.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Uh-huh.
Let me double check.
Yep.
No,
Didn't know you could do that? Yeah,
Stanley
no.
Here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Nah.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Nope, it's still in the
How
script.
is
You're
that
still
even
reading it.
possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making
I'm still
meaningful
not.
choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What?
How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Nope, still Stanley. Well, I guess there's a real person piloting Stanley.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Yep.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game
Oh,
for so
oh,
long.
hold on, there's
If
something.
you'd made any more wrong choices,
something
you might
here.
have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocols for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Sure.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Alright, let's watch the video.
Choice.
Mhm.
It's the best part of being a real person.
Is it? Does it
If
really
used
exist?
incorrectly can also be the most dangerous.
Mhm.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical
I
real
love the
person named
images.
Rupert has a choice.
Mhm.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Oh, I like that other choice.
Which choice would you make?
Well, it depends.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense,
Mhm.
and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Yeah.
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Crazy.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Not even just
and
that.
the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright, let's see. What we got, buddy? Oh, they put fences up so that we can't do
Now that we know
I want to do it. I want to get into the fucking the next section.
And dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you.
But what if I
home
want to
as
get to
soon
the
as
loading
possible
bay there?
Before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Right. As if this thing that we're experiencing wasn't also programmed in. Okay, buddy. I'm sure you'll figure it. Actually, no, you won't ever figure it out. You're also part of the game itself. You're incapable of figuring it out. At least, unless you were specifically programmed to be able to figure it out as well. So, yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending.
No, I don't think I will.
The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Nope, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. In that,
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
No,
I'm
Stanley
quite sure
is a
you'll be
free
up to
man
the
now.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be
Actually,
fine.
no, Stanley
Right.
never existed. And this isn't a
When
role-playing
Stanley
game.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Nope, sorry, buddy.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Nah, it's fine. I want to go. I like just the numbers here, the question marks in there as well. The textures on the walls. The paintings. Oh god, it's so good. Alright, let's see. What do we got here?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Yeah.
Why? For what?
Don't worry, you'll be
What
back
did
in
you get
another
out of
loop.
that?
You'll be
What
back.
did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
That's the point.
Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now.
Nope, I'm
And
still
what am I
getting something out of
supposed
it.
to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Look,
can't
I think we need to
erase
get the
that knowledge.
narrator to
I'll
run a
have to live with
D&T
it
game.
forever.
He'll figure it out
Reliving
eventually.
Its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Look, this will happen when you're trying to railroad
have
players.
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Oh, there's the red door. Oh god, there's got to be a way to get to that red door, like by going over the chairs. Surely. Like, I think if I get good enough at clipping onto objects, I should be able to do that. Oh, good god.
Oh, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Yeah.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Sorry about that, buddy.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yeah, that one, actually.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Is Stanley
That
happy,
thought
though?
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you?
Nope, that's the only reason I
You're a
did do this.
child.
Not accurate, actually.
Oh, my story.
Yeah? What about it, buddy?
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole underground facility.
Don't worry, I already
You would
did.
have destroyed it and been victorious.
Yep,
it
done.
would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it.
Seriously,
I tried
Stanley,
so
not
hard
this.
to make-
Narrator, you need to just DM a D&D campaign. You'll figure it
exactly
out.
As Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always
Oh,
putting
you're
the story
rebooted a little
first.
bit.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
No!
Oh, why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other... Nope.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Yep.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be
All right,
up to the
fuck it.
task.
Let's see what happens
Just
if we go
follow
left.
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep. It's still gonna be corrupted, isn't it? No, it's fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Interesting.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, I can't do the broom closet. Something's still weird. Oh, I
Coming
can't
to
go
a
down.
staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He's not gonna be happy even if we do it the way he wanted to. It's not gonna work out. The executive bathroom's not here anymore. Oh. Oh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
I like the panda.
unruffled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver
I am the
next
most
to it.
expensive boss.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115, buddy. I can't talk.
Stanley spoke the code.
Sorry.
Night Shark 115.
Narrator, I'm sorry.
He spoke it
I do
into
not.
the receiver right there
I
on
would
the
love
door.
to, but I do not. I physically do not have the capability. You have fucked up.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, no,
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I heard you.
Please speak the code into the receiver.
Yeah.
Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Nope, trust me, I'm trying. Night Shark 115, buddy. Stanley just has no vocal cords.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I'm sorry,
I
buddy.
asked you for this one
I
single
literally
thing
can't.
for
It's
your
outside the spectrum of my
respect.
choice.
The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know.
Not anymore.
You could have gone through the door on the right.
Not
you
anymore.
could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Can't. Sorry, can't do that. Can't talk. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Stanley doesn't exist, buddy. I'm sorry.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Character development?
Choose. Do something. Anything.
Can't.
This is more important than you can ever know.
Outside my control anymore.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
I'm not Stanley, but Stanley still never existed.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time.
Sorry, Leroy.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Mans learns the problems with railroading.
All right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Sorry, buddy. He is nothing without the human controlling him. Well, that one was a bit dark.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps.
Yeah.
And a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
That's actually true. God, that's crazy. I like that because, you know, at this point, players no longer going to be actually looking at the
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
at
find
anything.
a trace of his co-workers.
Come on, let me turn off all the computers. There we go. Oh. Hold on. There must be another computer awaiting input now. Where is it? Do I have to not turn them off? Hold on. Where is the computer that wants the input now? Still this one? Input received, okay. But now what? I don't think there's any more computers past this point. Huh, weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
We're gonna do all the stuff on this side first, I
Perhaps he
think,
wanted
as
to
much as I
stop by the
can.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, we're gonna do, but we're not gonna unplug the
Standing
phone
now
this
in
time.
incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business.
Yeah.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, I don't think I will. Sorry, buddy. I know how this
Stanley
goes.
was so bad at following directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5
There's something.
years ago.
There's one thing if I just jump down, but
Stanley,
we'll do
I
that
think perhaps
later.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
And I kind of maybe at some point I'll see if there's something if I don't
realize
jump
that
into the
investing
void
your
in
trust in someone
what's it
else
called?
can be difficult,
In
but the fact is
the
that
fucking
the story has been
Rocket
about
League.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
All right,
you've
let's see what
forgotten
happens when
about.
we answer his phone. Let's see if that story ends up being
Stop
any better.
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley.
Yep,
Your chance to redeem yourself.
there is.
To put your work aside. To let
Her
her
back into your life. Yep, okay, buddy, it's
She's
okay.
been waiting.
I'm sure she has been. The NPC that she is. Yep. All right.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, there we go. Flashbang. Hey, 427. Hotel room or something. Oh, I cannot move.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yep.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Uh-huh.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Yep.
All right. Okay, there we go.
Uh-huh.
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Yep. Hey.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Nope.
Who'd want to commit their life to you?
Ha ha
I'm
ha!
trying to make
You've
a
already
point
done
here,
it, Mr.
Stanley.
Narrator.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I'm sorry, narrator, but you're also committing your entire life to me, and that previous ending just showed
This
it.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, okay. Sure, I guess I can press K.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons.
Oh, nice.
Doing exactly
Replacing
what
stuff.
he's told
Oh,
to
there's
do.
probably a way I could clip
Now
into stuff with
pushing
it.
a
Hold on, wait.
button. Now he's eating lunch.
Wait, hold on.
Now he's going home.
We're gonna try to
Now
clip into
he's
something
coming
here.
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Yeah.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
I'm sure he did.
Fantastic discoveries.
Yo, narrator, you're being real smug for someone who just had an existential crisis after Stanley disappeared.
Was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
There is no TV.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
The thought excited him terribly.
No, not really. Spend time with the boys, yo!
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two
open
doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Nah.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
He doesn't want me to have the choice.
The thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, let's prepare some dinner with the...
As he wandered through
okay, it doesn't let me clip into it. Okay, I see.
He began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous
that is weird. I can't walk here.
With monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Oh?
And down another was a game with a baby.
We got that one.
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Yep. Alright, kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be?
Yeah.
Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Yeah, that part's true. Alright, hi wife.
But there is no answer.
That's why I can't walk there.
In reality,
it's preventing me from clipping into it.
The same buttons he always has. Nothing is
WASD,
changed.
yep.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Yeah, sure, let's go to bed real quick.
I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer.
Yeah?
That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Sure. Okay. Now this is the nature of the game progression in that there's, if you want to progress, you got to do the thing, and doing the thing is that, I could just sit here forever and do nothing, but I know that the story is about my death because you just said this is the story about the death of a man named Stanley. I know that progressing the story will be closer to killing Stanley, but I have no other choice in the narrative but to do it unless I want to just not participate in the narrative. But I've already signed up to participate in the narrative because that's why I'm here. That's why I'm playing the game in the first place. So, fuck you, narrator. We're gonna do it.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I already did look at myself, buddy.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
Yep, that's what I've been trying to tell you, buddy.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
Yeah, that's because much like how I'm pressing buttons, you're reading lines.
Maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe with this path. Maybe if I say this thing.
I tried again.
Oh.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
I don't know if I can do that game. I don't think that's a...
And I tried.
Yeah, no, they're both stuck in the same loop. We're both stuck in the same loop in a way. In that, the narrator is calling me out for just being able to push buttons and just doing more, exploring more paths, but he's just trying to read more narration to get me to stop. And either way, we're just stuck in the same loop between the two of us.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, let's go jump off a fucking hoist.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Oh, actually, let's check for the awaiting input thing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we have to do it across different runs. I see. That makes sense. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of
the game just told me, just said please die, so let's just do that real quick.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Right.
just to admire
Yep, nope,
it.
the employee lounge. Oh, wow, crazy. Look at this nice
Stanley felt
employee lounge. That's
lightheaded,
amazing. I love it.
butterflies in his stomach,
Oh.
giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
They've had more
I mean,
dialogue for this.
Truly, truly, deeply.
Also, I keep trying to line up the subtitles with, like, lines in the room. I like how they have different lines for this room.
But
I never
eager
even
to
noticed that
get
until
back
now.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll come to that next run. We'll go down to the lift there.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, time to go to the loading bay. Peace. See you, man.
Look, Stanley, I think... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do...
That's such a good splat
Stanley
sound
leapt
effect.
from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yep.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yep, good job, narrator. You're very powerful as well.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Did he?
Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned?
Did it?
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not good with time. There's no input thing. Turn off all the PCs again. Was it in the previous room? Because there's only the 2 rooms with screens. Was it in my office? No. Huh. Maybe it'll just show up randomly again. Alright. And let's try the other thing.
When Stanley came to
Yep,
a
I
set
entered
of
the door
2
on my
open
right, I
doors,
got
this
you.
was not the correct way to the meeting
Nope,
room,
I knew it
and
perfectly
Stanley
well,
knew it
yep.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Employee
employee
lounge first, just to admire it. Yep, I sure did. Wow, look at
The
this room.
lounge was grand, majestic.
It really was.
Perhaps too majestic.
Wow, what
Like
a lounge.
combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room.
That actually is
It
what
all
it
made
is, huh?
Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
Did I?
This made him smile.
Huh?
At last, proof that he was human.
He certainly is not, but that was a very strange line of dialogue. Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I sure will. This time, finally.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nah, I don't think I will. Where are we going, buddy?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No, he didn't.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Sure
so
did.
now, in order to get back, he needed to go,
Yeah?
from here.
There's no up
it's,
button.
Left.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
Gotcha. Okay, man.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
It's okay. Maps are
clearly...
hard.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, go for it. Take some time. Look, I get it. You gotta go through your DMing notes. It's fine.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now.
All right.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Huh. Oh.
No.
Who pushed the
This
buttons?
isn't right at all. You're not
Someone
supposed
pushed
to
the
be here
buttons.
yet. This is all a spoiler.
Yeah?
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just have to get back to
Oh, hey, there's Clippy.
I'm kidding.
Clippy.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh, there's another thing over there,
How
too.
about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Sure.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far
there's
off
some
track,
real glitchy nonsense over there.
From the top.
Alright. What we got, buddy?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, is this one of those restarts that's like a true restart, or is this like a fake restart? That's the real question. No inputs awaiting. I want to go into that room so badly. Oh.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Yeah?
Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Nope, I didn't do
Did you
anything.
move the story somewhere, or...
Well, my knowledge about it.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Look, the story is
sure
wherever
that
we
it's
end
here
up, buddy.
Somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
I like
Let's find the story.
I like how some of these, not all of them, but some of them have the Minecraft door opening sound effect. Oh, wait, hold on, can I go to 425? I want to see it. Oh, ooh, this is a weird hallway. Come on, let me get to 425. Oh, this is something. I don't think I looped back around. No, I definitely didn't loop back around. That's weird, huh?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Maybe.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Turn it off, turn it back on again. How could that go wrong? Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Uh-huh. What could it mean?
Stanley decided
To go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Yep, I got you, buddy. Nothing's awaiting input. Alright, let's see if the doors are fucked up again. Oh, there just aren't any.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yep.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure, why not, buddy? I like exploring. Like, checking things. Wait, is this gonna let me go through room 425? Turn off all the computers. Maybe that's something to do with it. Also, I swear there was a computer here before, not a filing cabinet.
Aha!
Oh,
I
what
knew
the?
we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's just... I mentioned non-Euclidean geometry earlier. Yeah, this is...
No, wait.
Yeah.
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't
Wait, wasn't
recognize
this in
place at
the
all.
demo?
Is this the story?
From, like, the old
I
demo?
don't think so. I can't quite recall, but
swear.
I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah, it did.
Do you
Wait, I
know
could
what,
gaslight the narrator. Let's go.
Do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Uh-huh.
You win!
Yo!
Congratulations!
We won, guys.
I know you put in a lot
End
of
stream.
hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
We did it.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Oh.
I'm getting weirded
Hold
out by
on.
whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. Sure, buddy. Let's see what happens this time. Oh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
I like the trademark
Just
and
follow the
subtitles.
line. How simple is that?
Yeah, sure. We'll follow the line. Yo, 425. Okay, hold on. Wait, I gotta check. Is anything awaiting input? What if I go down towards... What if I don't follow the line? What if I go to the room that has the doors? Oh, yep, still nothing. Okay.
No, I'm down. We're living it up to the line from now on.
Okay, sure. I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'd follow the directions that I know are supposed to be there. Solitaire, yo! Alright. The situation, what's the team state? That's partly off screen. Here goes.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
How does the
Onward,
line know where the
Stanley,
story
to
is? That's
destiny.
my question. Also, yo.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination?
Yep.
Even if there's no story there?
That's what I was trying
Or
to tell
put
you.
it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Yeah, I think so.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence,
Wait, what?
right?
Hold on.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative
see, there you go.
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa,
Uh-huh.
Hang on.
Look,
A
man,
bit weird back there.
I'll just let you work
Well,
through
I'd
it,
like
man.
to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Nah, man, it's okay. I'm
You know
here
what?
for you. Just feel
I
free to
think
ramble.
What we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh god, this is loud. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Whoa, okay. Hold on, got it, buddy. Oh, okay, okay. Following the line. Okay. Oh, hold on. Guys, as much as I love the music here, I'm gonna have to. There we go. Okay. There we go. Da. Da. So wait, what was it that I saw earlier by going through that other route? Where did I end up? Like, I might... Oh, God. Am I gonna have to go through this again to try to experience that? To see what happens back there? Or was that just this way? No, it wasn't this. What was that? I found another branch of the line somehow. Okay, we're going through more of the office. Corporate imbalances. Departmental accounts. Oh, whoa, what the? Okay. Personnel files. Financial record. Wait a second. What? Wait. Something's not right. There's choices within this. Hold on. Oh wait, something just bugged there. What the fuck? The game doesn't want me to be going this way. Okay, hold on. Fine, game. I'll go through your non-Euclidean room. It's fine. 432, wasn't that one of the ones that was fired or something? Or no, that was the one that had the note about them on the thing. Okay, I see. It's just an infinite hallway or something. But only the one time. Okay, cool.
Wait, cut the music.
Okay.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh, thanks.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Sure.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Uh-huh.
The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No, it's okay. We're going this way. It's fine. Oh.
Oh, no.
This is like
not
fucking
again.
Google
Line,
navigation.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything
Pirate.
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. Alright, what you got for me now, narrator? Oh, that was shaky for a second. Also, yeah, the office changes slightly. Like, there's
You know what,
different
Stanley?
objects. Oh,
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Uh-huh.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Sure.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Sure.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
can I still get out of bounds here? Oh, no, I can't. Gotcha. Alright, what do we got?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be
Oh,
anything.
we're back to the
What do you want our story
the
to
non-Euclidean
be?
loop. Okay,
Go
sure.
wild. Use your imagination.
I think it should be a
Whatever it might
meta
be,
commentary
Stanley,
on the nature of
I'm
storytelling
ready for
itself
it.
and about the freedom and such of people and hello X2OVQ. Do you go by X2 perhaps or something? Oh, hello there, Line.
Stanley, I'd also
I like how
to
the
veto
trademark
line
is
from
still
having any
here.
role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
I
Just
still-
don't acknowledge it.
It TM? Oh, that's so good. This game's comedy is on point. I'm glad I have subtitles on for this. X2? Okay, cool, that works. But yeah, hello, welcome. I'm playing through Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for the first time.
Ah, a choice.
Okay.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Is it now?
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Of course.
I believe I need a minute to think here.
Sure, take your
Just
time,
walk in
buddy.
circles for a minute.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Yeah.
Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to
It's
go...
okay, we're reversing the
there
role
must
a little
be
bit.
reverse door that leads here.
Yeah.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
I don't
So starting
know
from the right,
what-
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to
Okay, there
where
you
we're
go.
going?
That's a better
And
train of
since
thought.
the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Uh-huh.
Another victory for logic.
Right.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay. But what is on the left door? Okay, I guess I can't try it. Oh, never mind. There wasn't a
Hold up,
choice.
what's this?
There never was a choice.
The confusion ending.
Uh-huh.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
There it restarts.
And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
Attempt to
That's
make up
really
story.
how all this goes?
There's no like. Oh, what the fuck?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again.
Oh,
And
yep.
Am I just supposed to forget?
Oh.
What if I don't want to forget?
But it's prevented,
My mind
unable to do
goes
anything.
blank
Come here,
simply
game
because
restarts
it's
on its
written here
own.
on this-
Find a line
this
again, begin following
thing.
line. I never could
Well,
to make up a story here.
well,
Restart, no longer
you
office.
consulted
Wander
me.
back and find a
Why
bookstore.
don't I get to decide?
Area's gone after a
Why
long time.
don't
Stanley
I
dies.
get a say
Oh!
in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the
Sorry,
game. I
narrator,
won't
you're
do
stuck.
it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Okay.
Does that mean, did we do it?
Nope, you're
Did we
still
break
stuck
the
in this
cycle?
same path as I am, buddy.
Whatever it is that made this schedule.
Nope, sorry,
How
buddy.
would we even know?
There's no other route here.
Will someone
You've done it.
come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know.
In a way,
I
this
suppose
part
in
actually
some
did
way
happen
that
earlier.
This is a kind
In a
of
different
story,
ending.
Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Right.
So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh, loud buzzer. Okay. How many times have I done this? So let me think about the endings I've done so far. I've done the one where you just close the door here. I've done the main ending. I did the ending where you fall down out of the main ending, like into, and you get the cool rock song about how cool you are for breaking out of bounds. I did both routes of jumping out this window here.
all of his co-workers are gone.
I
What do you
did
mean?
pretty much
Stanley
everything with the
decided to go to
right
the
door.
meeting.
I did like the one where you get to
Perhaps he
Rocket
simply missed
League
the memo.
and
No matter how hard
like
Stanley
Firewatch
worked,
or whatever.
he couldn't find a trace
But
of
and
his
while I was in
co-workers.
Rocket League, I jumped into the goal. I don't know if there's something else there if you stay there for longer. I unplugged the phone and did that existential ending where you get the end credits. I answered the phone. I jumped off the forklift, not the forklift, the lift, and just fell. And I just did the confusion ending. So yeah, and now I know it's down that path. I'm looking for one of these monitors to say awaiting input because I've done that a few times, but just not bringing up more. Oh, this is new, quite literally.
Oh.
Sure.
New content?
Yeah.
What does that mean? New content.
Have I done all of the main? No, I haven't done all the endings from the base game because I haven't done everything on the left side yet. Okay, so this just randomly showed up. Okay. Is this still part of the confusion ending? Perhaps? What is this? This is new. I do know a bit about this game just because I've watched playthroughs of the original, but I don't know anything about the new stuff.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yep.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game
This is different?
released
Okay,
in
gotcha.
2013 on home computers.
Yep. Sure was.
After receiving critical and commercial success,
Uh-huh.
it was expanded upon in 2022 with
The
the
Game
Stanley
Factory.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
It sure
a
was.
reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Uh-huh. Cool. With new accessibility
The
settings and all
Stanley
that.
Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content.
Oh, I don't like that.
broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Sure, okay.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay, I like this
Oh,
ride.
well, this
Oh.
sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Sure.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah, sure. Oh, is this just a cage?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we...
Might be an Easter egg or something? Gotcha.
Somewhere or, oh, there we go.
Oh, here
All
we go.
right, finally,
Nice.
at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I was ready to just be trapped in this cage with the narrator for a bit. I'm fine with that. It's happened multiple times before.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yeah.
It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yeah, content. I love content. Content. It's my favorite word. It distills art into the mere concept of time and attention being taken out of people to fill content in the slot of a content block for the content consumers on a page that needs content. Yo. Okay.
All right, let's see.
The jump circle.
The jump circle?
Oh, I haven't been able to jump. Can I jump in here? Yo! Okay, I want to save my jumps though, because I only have 35 more. Can I can't double jump. I like the sound effect, that's nice. What sort of tricks can we do? Nice. Can I jump into here, onto the table? Oh, okay. Oh, that really makes you fall down once you leave it. Never mind, no, that's just the same. Alright, let's just do all our jumps. Might as well expend it. We have the content here, might as well do it. You guys having a good time here? Is this the content that you wanted? Is this what you wanted out of this? You wanted to see a funny wizard boy playing a game that has very little, or that is about choices but has very little choices and is basically just a bunch of cutscenes if you really think about it? Like a walking simulator, and instead of playing it yourself and then watching them jump in the circle of the jump circle? Yo! Oh, save one? Sorry, it's too late. Well, alright, cool. Maybe I would need a jump for later.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Look, jumping is very hard to program. I get it. It's okay.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Look, we're just a few more mechanics away from, like, Portal 2.
The whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Cool.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Oh, this
Let's
is...
see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
This looks like a normal office to me. You ever get your... Who's gonna be turning these blinds? Right? Like... What do we got? Oh.
That's it?
Yo!
No, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base...
It's okay, I've already
cheap
experienced some of the
expansion
other
to
new
market
content,
for
don't
no
worry,
reason
game.
other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance
I'm
department
about to
signed
unlock
off
that
on
achievement,
this?
aren't I?
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally.
Oh my god.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation
Oh,
around the
God.
new content, I'm afraid.
No, I
It
understand.
could never have lived up to such
I understand the
expectations.
feeling.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game,
Mhm.
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, No gimmicks.
No jumping.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I'm not your friend, Mr. Narrator. This is a parasocial relationship we have between you and me, and I would appreciate if you accept that boundary, Mr. Narrator. Oh, hello. Oh, something's gone wrong.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
But
I want to show you something.
But what? Okay, sure. Yeah, that looks like more normal office. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. It's gonna be hard. I need to vent. I know it's gonna be hard feeling sus, but you have to do it. Sure. Is this still related to the previous thing, I wonder? Or is this just another RNG thing that's popped up? And if it is something where it's like after like 5 endings, you end up like starting to experience like the brand new stuff, then like that's fucking genius. In its own right of like
you remember
making
how
people
cheap
think,
and unsatisfying the new
oh my
Ultra
god,
Deluxe content turned out to be. Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
What the fuck?
Just our little secret. Take a look.
What the fuck is this? But I love the fact that it's like, I love the idea that they hide the actual new content. Like, you know, there you could tell, oh, hey, there's some neat little changes, but they hide, like, the major stuff after you've already been playing, and people who've already played the game before or have seen walkthroughs, like, of the original game are like, okay, this is all familiar, but...
I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh my god, is it nostalgia?
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Oh my god.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
God, this is some commentary on nostalgia
you
then,
see,
I guess.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013
oh my god.
when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
I'm sure they did.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The Last of Us. Oh my god. 2013. Oh my god. Our first kiss, my first car. The release of Stanley Parable in 2013. It's just all, yeah, okay. Screenshots and stuff from the original. In the Memory Zone temp. Okay. Smile because it. God, this and like the sepia filter or whatever that's put on too. Yo, I played the demo. Yeah, I tried the demo. That's where you get the 8s or whatever. Don't play for 5 years. Oh my god. Nominee. Cool, yep. They're just flexing here, sure, why not? New video game releasing today, creators surprisingly down to earth. From Scandal to New Crisis. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Boss hinder new attack. Designer hat. Business leader pushing election council allies. I like the God's Idol. Yeah, that's such a good achievement. I wonder if like you could get just by changing the game's clock or whatever. Or changing the computer clock, I guess. But alright, let's go down more memory lane. Can I sit on this? Nope. Okay, the flowers are too solid for me. They're too powerful. I can't stand on them. Oh my god, the fucking music.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Don't read any reviews except this one.
Writes,
oh my god.
Quote, where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds
oh, there
to
it is,
be
right
every
above the
game
text line.
ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? every game ever created.
Yep.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Yeah, it sure was.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
Oh my God.
And now, it's nothing.
No, it's Rocket
It's
League
no
and
games at
Firewatch
all.
now.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh my God. The Minecraft. Yeah, I was talking about how there was the Minecraft in the original one, and like Portal instead of Firewatch, and yeah, there it is. Instead of Firewatch and the other one, the fucking Rocket League. Oh, what's down here? Oh, memory zone maintenance. Gotcha. Okay. Some cracks are beginning to seep in, it seems, with that. Oh, okay, there we go. Doors. Person of the Year. Apps, I guess? The Unity project? Or no, what? Is this Unity? What is this? Is it an old version of Unity, maybe? Oh, the on and off buttons. Yeah, from the thing. Okay. From the main ending. The original remake. What? Oh, the red and blue doors. Yep. Wait, what the? Yeah, because the original Stanley Parable was like in... It was like basically a Source Engine mod or whatever. And then they remade it into like...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Sure was.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone.
God.
To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to think about it. People play games because of what they can do inside them. Your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything, literally anything. Imagine if there was a backroom level. Dude, I swear I got stuck in the backrooms earlier, actually, after falling through the goal in Rocket League. But yeah, these two frames... These two photographs are basically the summary of my discourse on the topic of what I've been saying about the existential crises involved here. In that there is no choice; it's all an illusion. Oh, I can't walk through the door here. Serious room. I want to go to the serious room, but I can't. Oh, this way, I guess.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
What's the serious room? Can I get into it? How can I get to it? Need to be able to get to it. There's no other choice. I have to go to the serious room. I hope you guys understand. Oh, maybe I have to go down to the maintenance room. Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. What?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Are we about to go to bad memories
this?
or something?
What's down here?
Oh, what the fuck? I can like climb up this thing? Okay. Oh.
Oh no.
Good God.
God no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Yep.
The online video game distributor.
Yep.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they were, buddy. Everyone must have been so positive. Oh, 2018.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and funny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Yeah?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags
hey, there's a good review.
into
Look.
the Stanley Parable.
Look, buddy, there's a good one.
Already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
and comedy.
I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
No, don't. You've already achieved comedy. I don't know what that guy was talking about. He's just wrong there. Hey, there's a good review. You just didn't notice it there. Oh, okay, here goes another bad one. I love the atmospheric. Yeah, look, these good reviews. Why don't you acknowledge these at all?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
No choice in video games.
It's actually quite shocking. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
There's a lot of...
Hold on. How much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Hey man, some people just don't like it.
The Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
So I will say, something interesting based on my experience with it. The commentary that it goes on choice and stuff like that, there's the same general message about, you know, the idea of is choice real in games or even out of games, but I think that it goes about it in interesting ways throughout the different endings and like exploring different parts of that and like calling out specific reactions, like the time that I jumped out the window or whatever, and it being like, you know, talking about the you know, whether or not you would have liked the other option and stuff like that, or the one thing about, you know, choosing to continue down the linear path even though like it's a bad ending that you know you're going towards. Like there's a lot of different things in here, so it's interesting exploring the different facets of the fact that there is no choice in games, and how what that can mean for different things, and plus the comedy is just good as well, so that keeps it fresh as for between different playthroughs. And just the sort of innate curiosity of I wonder what's going to happen next if I go this other way is interesting too. But maybe that's just me talking as a game developer guy who also has existential crises about the nature of free will. Oh, we've reached the end.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations.
I wish there was a skip button.
I wish there was a skip button.
Oh my god.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
No,
if
don't.
I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews.
There was that one part. No, I
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Nah,
that's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
The skip button would be horrible. It's yes, the opposite of what is useful. No. That's not. No. Sometimes you see the critique and okay, hold on. Yeah, that's what makes me always play games twice because I want to see the other options and stuff. Yeah. God. Okay, I will say. Hold on, Mr. Stanley, Mr. Narrator. I have to talk about another game design principle. Okay, so sometimes, obviously, you should acknowledge reviews and critique and whatever about your game because obviously that's, you know, it's good to see what people think of it. But sometimes people will legitimately not know what they want. So they might be like, oh, I wish this game had more power-ups. But what they really mean is like, hey, my gun feels weak, and I don't like the fact that my gun feels weak. And so they think they want more power-ups because they want to feel strong or whatever. And so what you really want to solve is the actual other underlying issue. Now, in this case, a good example of why you don't want a skip button is because of that thing that I had whenever I was going back through when I accidentally got the one ending in the beginning instead of going for the actual main, like the intended ending. And it was like, hey, I get that you're trying to go fast here, but here, just take some time to think and enjoy this music for a moment, and then we'll continue. It's like, that's fun. That's an interesting way to hit. Like, if there was a skip button, then that would have been... oh, God, it would have been nearly as clever. Okay. Anyway.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
The dialogue already skips if you...
rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
No.
Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
I want to hear what he has to say.
Something like this.
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. So on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went
I follow.
For nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday.
Wait until he stops talking and then press it? Yeah, don't worry, that's what I'm gonna do.
A moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago?
I follow what he's saying.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is. So it did loop.
It just looped there.
Inevitably, we all until the end of time. At which time,
yeah, no, that's a loop of dialogue. I'm gonna press the button.
Blah blah blah.
Oh, you're back, you see?
Yep.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
I don't know if that's what that was, buddy.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
It really wasn't.
That, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
I kind of want to press it again,
Look,
but not yet.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell
me
what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one.
Yeah.
I think it has much more of a treatise vibe.
Sure, go for it, man.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
Yeah.
It has a mouthfeel.
Yeah, manifesto is a cool word.
History. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
The word I am not sick of
I should use that for, like, character names.
It is an
now that I think about it.
Strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
Yeah, no, I should totally use that for character names. That would actually be nice.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
How long does he repeat for?
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
That's real smart. Yeah, treatise. No, legit.
Manifesto.
I like this idea.
Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise.
Wait.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
Okay, it's looping.
Treatise.
Gotcha.
Manifesto.
I can hear the tone
Treatise.
Slightly.
Manifesto.
There we go.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I could tell that was a loop there. I see.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say of this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam.
I wonder if Cookie 9 has put a review on this one now.
Perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Yeah, sure.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Hey, it's not about the reviews, it's about making the best game you can, I guess.
This exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
Of course, man.
Mainly because of this very situation.
Right.
Yes. I think that's quite likely.
Yeah, I love the plant. It's a really good detail.
This particular user the ability to change their review. so that the feature is not widely abused.
Yeah, that would make sense, buddy,
Look,
just to give it
I
to
would
one guy.
even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
Yeah.
Let me start over. How about this?
Sure.
From the ashes of depravity rises
Subtitles?
the phoenix of quality.
Okay. Is he just not gonna... The subtitles just disappeared. But, sure, we'll press the button.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley.
Hi.
I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Weird.
That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Wild, okay.
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna see if the clock moves, actually,
I
yeah.
do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay, sure.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Oh, the door's gone.
Where did the door go?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah, there was.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Yeah, there was.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
Maybe
I don't
teleportation?
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort.
In
or
this
a
game you
window
can,
or
yeah.
something like that.
No,
Is
you
there
can
a
do it in this
window
game.
anywhere? A porthole?
No.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
No.
I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button.
Look,
there was a door here before, wasn't
Look,
there?
buddy, Mr. Narrator, I get that you don't like having to ramble to yourself, but as a streamer, as a small streamer, sometimes you do just have to be rambling to yourself for 45 minutes or an hour or whatever, and then see if, like,
I'm asking you.
yeah, don't worry about it, I'm charming, but, like,
we need a door. We need a door of some kind.
Yeah.
I can work with any kind of door.
Yep,
as
any
long
door.
As I can open and lead from one room to another.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
I'm
going
trying
to
it.
step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Go for it.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall.
Yeah, okay.
But I will
I
find
mean,
a way.
you've made the game before. You've done the
You
game
just
editing. We
need
know
to
that, so
not
you can do it.
Anything. Don't press the skip button.
Mhm.
Please, please, please do not press the skip button.
I won't.
Just wait here.
Not yet.
Wait here for me.
Yep.
And don't press the skip button.
Not yet.
Got it?
Cool, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. I'll be right back.
Alright, yeah. So all I was gonna say is, yeah, to Mr. Narrator, sometimes, as someone who is a small streamer, I will say, sometimes it's good to just learn how to ramble to yourself and talk about things on your own with no one else talking to you for, like, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long. Sometimes it's just a quiet day, but you still gotta, keep talking to make sure that there's something to do for people who do pop in or people who are lurking or whatever. So, maybe take that into account, that maybe it is easier than you think to ramble on for, 30, 45 minutes. And, I think there's a lot to talk about, honestly, with the nature of reality and time and free choice. In fact, you know what? We're gonna do our own manifesto, our own treatise, if you will. Thank you, X2OVQ for the follow. And yeah, I'm gonna stay here for as long as I can. But let's do our own little manifesto or treatise about the nature of free will and choice, because I've been kind of dancing around it for the entire stream. But we're just gonna let this one out, okay? I'm a VTuber with, like, eldritch origins regarding, like, my spell book and the dark pact that I've made, and I think I can talk about this sort of topic on my stream. I have, like, a no politics thing, but that doesn't mean I have to avoid like, existential conversations that could be, like, mentally damaging for anyone who hears them. So yeah, let's just deal some psychic damage to anyone who happens to be viewing this stream right now and make them think about the nature of reality. So, because, if you're joining the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, that's going to be something that you're going to be signing up for anyway, I'll be honest, because this game is really all about that nature, the nature of choice, reality, and freedom. So, but before I get into it, I feel like I should really talk about the, I should give out, like, possible trigger warnings about, existentialism, and I mean, really, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that's going to be talked about during the next, however long it takes for the narrator to get back and without me pressing the button. Because, he's going to be finding a door. That's going to take a while. I mean, I would say he's choosing to go find a door, but he doesn't really have that choice. He's just a character in a game that's been pre-scripted, and even beyond that, because by the nature of narration in the game with sound files and stuff like that, it's not like there's an AI generating these. even what he can say is limited, and when he can say it is limited as well. There's just, there's no choice there. But what if I was to say that we have just as much choice as the narrator does in this situation, in that everything that is happening was already predestined to happen by the nature of reality itself? Now, that would be interesting. I'm not saying that I'm saying that, but I'm saying that I could be saying that. And you know what? I think, oh god, do I want to call this a treatise or a manifesto? Because I feel like either of those words could apply pretty aptly here. And I'm not sure which one would actually be a better one to go with, because I think there's, manifesto, that kind of thinks of, like, I don't want to be associated with, like, as I said, no, I don't talk about politics on this channel, and I don't want someone to think that I'm talking about politics by calling it a manifesto, because that's something that people usually associate with that sort of thing for some reason that I will not bring up. Now, on the other hand, a treatise also kind of sounds sort of vaguely, I don't know, maybe I could call it a thesis. A thesis sounds more like academic, and that's kind of fitting, given that a mage student, or at least was a mage student before I got kind of stuck isekai'd or whatever into by my spellbook Chatrithel. And, actually, let's talk about lore for a bit. Let's talk about my lore, because I feel like I don't get to talk about my lore enough. And I've already, I went over my lore on my debut, but that was almost like 6 months ago or something like that. So let's talk about my lore for anyone who might be new here. So in my lore, basically, the long story short is that I'm a mage student who goes to some magic university. I'm not going to say it out loud because I have it written down in, like, wingdings in my debut PowerPoint, and I don't want to just spoil what that is for anyone who wants to translate it. But anyway, point is, I go to this, magic school that I have not verbally named at all. And then I was like, okay, but the main thing, actually, I should start from the beginning. In my world, there's, like, magic is just a thing that most people can do. There's, like, mana flow within your veins and whatnot that you can use to control magic. Now, the problem is that my family, the Nokana bloodline, does not have that, and so we didn't have magical capability, and so I couldn't cast spells. But I was still really interested in magic, and so what I would do is I would basically come up with, like, scrolls and stuff. Like, I would write spells. I'd basically, it'd be the equivalent of programming without actually being able to run the code yourself, where I would write spells and then have other people do them, and I would just basically be a spell scribe. And a spell designer. And so I did that enough, and I got accepted into the Magic University without actually being able to do magic myself. And then while I was there, I was just sort of wandering around, and then this magical glowing door showed up, and I'm like, wow, that's a weird. It's not often that magical glowing. Well, actually, it is pretty often that magical glowing doors show up at the magical college, but not in this sort of way where there's, it's just there in the middle. It, like, the symbols were different. It wasn't anything that I'd seen before. It didn't look like anything that my professors or fellow students had made. And so I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And there's not even a wall there. It's just sort of a gate. And I'm like, okay, I guess we'll go through the gate, because what, are you gonna not walk through the giant glowing door when you see it? Like, sure, that might be like the afterlife you're walking into. That sounds like, going towards the light. But no, I think, okay, what are the odds that I'm gonna die stepping through this door? Honestly, decently high, but I gotta find out. You gotta know. Much like this game, you gotta know what's on the other side of the door. You gotta know what's on the path. So I go into the door, and I walk in, and I find this spell book, which you can kind of see around me right now. That is the means through which you're communicating with me. I find the spell book. It's named Chatrithel, and I say it as in it has a name rather than it's called, because I realize that it's a sentient entity that is communicating with me, and it's some sort of, like, eldritch being. And so I make a sort of pact with it where it gives me magic, and I have to do what it says to some extent. And luckily, I made sure, okay, it's not going to ask me to kill anyone. If anything, I actually can't hurt any people with my magic. It's all about preservation and, like, locking things down, control, stuff like that. I'm basically a support caster without any healing, just, like, crowd control and utility and whatnot. Shielding, teleporting, all that stuff. So anyway, point is that I now have this spellbook and a name Chatrithel, which I often call Chat as an abbreviation. And hey, spoilers, that's you guys. You guys are also communicating through this book. And that's why your chat messages are showing up on the pages up there above me. So anyway, point is that I have this spellbook now, and then I'm tasked with, hey, there's this weird world called Earth or whatever, or this one plane of existence that's not supposed to have magic, but suddenly there's all these magical people showing up here, and the VTubers and whatnot, all these magical entities like angels and ghosts and demons and whatever, mermaids, fairies, all that sort of deal. I'm like, okay, that's weird, because this is a non-magical planet that has all this magical stuff going on, and I don't understand why that's happening. I'm going to switch direction. Let's turn things around. I wonder if that's going to be disorienting for anyone as I switch directions. Anyway, point is that I've been tasked, Charithel's like, hey, it's weird that there's all this, like, magical stuff in this non-magical planet. Go investigate it and maybe fix that, because there's not supposed to be magic here, and if we want to preserve the reality of that plane, then we might want to, banish those creatures or people or whatever, the magical entities, back into their home worlds so that we can not fuck up this one. So yeah, that's basically the long story short of my lore. There's some other hidden stuff that comes along that might reveal in a future stream if I can maybe do some more drawing or maybe even animating one day. But for now, that's the gist of my lore. And what that really goes to, you know, all comes back around to, I don't know how that all comes back around to. I may be walking in circles, but I certainly am not looping in my dialogue because I can't come up with anything more of how to segue that into what I was previously talking about. Which is interesting, because when you think about it, that's kind of the main difficulty of streaming, right? Of figuring out what to talk about while you're sort of alone and possibly with chat or maybe without chat, trying to figure out, hey, what exactly am I going to talk about? What do you come in with topics pre-prepared, or do you just figure them out as you go, or do you do a bit of both? And if you're going solo streaming, then you probably want to have some topics pre-prepared. In fact, I have a topic pre-prepared that I haven't brought up yet, and I'll bring up later, actually. I just forgot to say it. At one point, actually, for a stream a while back, I literally wrote down topics in a Google Doc off to the side so that I could remember, hey, you should use this as a conversation starter midstream if you run out of things to say. But if you're doing something like a collab, then there's like a lot more organic possibilities for starting conversation, because not only do you have two people who could come up with conversation starters, but a conversation flows much more naturally when there's two people in it or more. So, but then once you get to a certain amount of people and there's way more people in the collab, then it's like, okay, well that might be harder, because like, you know, when is it my turn to speak versus everyone else? Who's the one hosting the collab? So who gets to be you know, who's supposed to be like the main focus? How much do the people know, like inside jokes from outside of your circle? You know, it's all really interesting. There's a lot to talk about regarding the nature of VTubing or even just streaming in general. You know what, guys? I don't think that he's coming back. I'll be honest. X2 and anyone else here, I could go rambling on and on, but I think maybe you guys might want a skip button. And the people in the VOD, whenever I remember to upload the VOD, because I haven't been uploading them recently, they'll be able to skip ahead, but you guys can't. So, you know, let's do this. So what is it? It's right like 2:30ish. Let's press the button.
Stanley, please don't push the button.
Oh, it did take 30 minutes.
Hours.
No, oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
12 hours. Yeah, that checks out.
From every angle, I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you.
I don't mind. Yeah.
And if you keep pressing
oh my God.
I have no idea what will
I'm just gonna take a sip of water here.
I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to ramble.
Stanley. I can't touch it.
I don't know if I'd be able to ramble for 12 hours, let alone the narrator.
That sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Because I have no other option.
I've been thinking and
other than waiting myself.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Yep.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
It's hard,
wild and impulsive.
Hard to deal with that sort of thing.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful
critique is a difficult thing to deal with, but it's something necessary, especially in game development.
Unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
Cookie Nine's, apparently.
I am now stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
Yep.
And that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you.
I don't think I'm gonna wait here for like a week or whatever for when the next thing is gonna happen.
Leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
Look, buddy,
Surely you'll press.
Here's the problem, buddy. It's that
leaving me here.
like
and surely you'll
I'm the real person here
what's next ahead
between
of
the two of
my
us.
Company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved.
Look, here's
by
the thing.
my
I can't even talk to you, buddy.
That you sit with me and just stay here. Oh no. I know you.
I guess
will. You'll
they.
Leaving me. Oh my God.
Oh, it looped.
And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the problem.
Ignore the negative
like,
feedback.
The thing is, Mr. Narrator, is that
opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met
what was I gonna say? Oh god, I can't. Hold on, I'm pausing. Okay, I need to get this thought out of my head. So, Mr. Narrator, problem is that, as you can tell, we are in a situation where I have one route forward, and here's the thing. The narrator is in an interesting situation. It's something that that's actually kind of thought-provoking as well, where I cannot respond to what he's saying at all. Like, he can't hear me, right? So, he's talking, either way, he's talking to someone or he's either talking, he's not getting a response from what he's talking about. No matter what. He might be having to ramble for like 30 minutes, 12 hours, whatever. Nobody can hear what he's talking about. Or no, people might be able to hear what he's talking about, it's just no one can respond. But the fact that there's someone listening is important to him. And something that's really interesting to me is that I turn off my view count when I'm streaming. Like, I cannot see how many viewers I have right now. So, I never know whether anybody is listening or not. And that is a problem that the narrator's dealing with, because he can know, and so he knows whether or not someone's listening, and then whether or not it's worth it, air quotes, to be talking. And in my case, I'm lucky because I upload this stuff later. And so, whether or not people are watching now, someone might be watching later. And who knows, maybe I'll clip something if I thought something I said is very funny. But the narrator doesn't have that. Or in a way he does, because he's, thinking in the meta sense of the person actually, the voice actor talking, he knows that it's going to be released and that people will see it eventually. But there's, the narrator, the character, is supposedly talking in between the time that we're frozen. And so the narrator knows that he's just sort of stuck there on his own, which, not a great time.
They are.
Sorry, but okay.
Would it ever really matter?
About 3:03. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh, I can't see the clock.
You're back.
Oh, the lights are out.
Goodness, I have someone to talk to again.
How long has it been?
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh, the plant died.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak.
Yeah, there's no door.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you.
Oh my god, it got the hard read.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already?
Yeah, lights are still go. Gotcha.
Just talking, but it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you.
We were literally just talking about. Oh my god.
I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone.
Oh my god.
I needed there to
what
be
the
a
fuck?
vessel through which my words were moving.
Okay, pause. What the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? It fucking knew. How did it know that was? What are the odds, right? What are the odds? I guess maybe it's because I must be having the same sorts of weird thoughts on content creation and game design and existentialism that the game developers were having or that the writers were having. But holy fuck, that is so... Like, literally the moment before this line comes up, I talk about the exact same thing. That's crazy. Holy shit.
It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
Pausing. Okay. Clearly great minds think alike. I appreciate that you consider my mind great in this case. But yeah, God, it's crazy, because, like, what was I gonna say? Fucking the situation being that, like, God, I need a moment to collect my thoughts. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I've had this thought where, like, one of the things I want to do, like, part of the reason why I'm streaming and trying to stream more nowadays than I used to is this idea, like, the main thing that I want to do in life is to make something that provides value to somebody that they can witness or, like, experience or whatever, whether it be escapism or, like, knowledge or fulfillment or something like that, or, like, self-actualization or whatever. Like, I want to make things that make people feel things or that people get to experience. And part of the difficulty is trying to reach out and, branch out and reach that audience that I want to touch and do that. And so I've started focusing on a niche of, like, hey, I want to talk about design and stuff like that of the games that I'm playing, which is what I'm doing right now as we speak. And so I think it's just super interesting that you know, Mr. Narrator here is having the same thoughts of like, hey, like what he wants is to have somebody experience his craft. Like he wants you know, you can make all this stuff, and to an extent you make content for yourself as well. Like you want to make something that you're proud of and that you can enjoy even. But you know, if you're making, you know, if you're streaming, you're making videos, you're making music, you're making games, whatever, you want other people to experience it. You want other people to get value out of it. So yeah, it's like it's an interesting dilemma where, like, you know, it's, you know, the numbers don't matter, right? That's always something. But to me, it's like, as long as somebody gets something out of what I make, then I will be happy, right? Like that is, and God, I'm putting the narrator in the hellish situation where he's stuck with, who knows, maybe it'll be a month, maybe years next time I press the button, where, and in a way, this could almost be, I don't know if this is the intention, but this could almost be a metaphor for like the ups and downs of content creation, in that, like, you know, like they made, in streaming, I'll talk about streaming first, and then I'll talk about more directly about the game. It's that in streaming, you run into the issue where sometimes you'll end up with like a lot of people, and then sometimes there'll just be droughts where it's like nobody's showing up for one reason or another. It might be an algorithm thing, it might be like what's trending, it might just be that there might not be as many people watching. Maybe your fans are just busy, who knows. And so it's really interesting that, like, this me pressing the skip button could almost be a metaphor for those sorts of droughts where like nothing's happening. On the other hand, I think what it might be pointing at here, given that this is about this section of the game is about the new content or whatever, about Ultra Deluxe versus the original, it could be about, like, you know, the initial, like, you put out the game, and then it was released in 2013, and then there's a long drought where, you know, the game gets popular and people talk about it for a bit, and then people talk about it less and less as time goes on, and then fewer and fewer people experience it for the first time. Like, most of the money you make and most of the sales you get when it comes to games and movies or whatever is in the first week or the first weekend even of when it comes out. So the fact that it's getting longer and longer, I think I figured, I think this is what it is. I think it's a metaphor relating to, you know, releasing Stanley Parable, and then people experiencing it, seeing everyone's reactions and seeing all the reviews come in and being like, oh my god, I'm reaching all these people. And then it just slows down. It gets slower and slower. And then eventually you need to create something again. You feel a drop. You want to have people experience something, and you're just hoping that it can be as good as the thing you made before, especially if you're a one-hit wonder. You don't want that first thing that you make to be the lodestone around your neck that you have to constantly compare to. And what if the thing that you make afterwards isn't as good? That's a major fear for a lot of creators out there. And so, God, I love this so much. Anyway, hold on, let me go back to chat. I believe you can become big and stream. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. God, I hope so one day. Maybe. I don't know how big I want this to get. I just want to keep streaming. I'm committed to trying to do, like, I've started only recently doing weekly schedules on like my Twitter and whatnot. Trying to actually commit to keeping myself going, because it used to be that I would just sort of do it when I felt like it. But sometimes, you know, it'll be like, oh, I feel kind of tired, I'm just gonna not stream. And it's like, no, once you start, it's gonna feel good better, right? So really getting into the grind, I say grind as if it's like not enjoyable, but, you know, just like almost reminds me of like working out almost, where it's like, you know, you want to do it necessarily. It's just that, you know, getting the initial push and making yourself go do it, and then once you do it, you feel better, right? Like, yeah. So I don't know. I hope so. I hope I want to try to. I want to reach people. I think the main problem I have is I have trouble advertising myself, because I just hate advertising. Like, I need to reach out on Twitter again. I need to start doing like bigger posts and like stuff like that. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens, basically. Anyway, let's see what the narrator has to say.
Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
What?
Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
Oh.
Was I scared of that all along?
Oh, that's a different existential crisis.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it.
Yeah, because if you're a narrator, you only exist when people are watching. He's like the extreme version of what I was talking about. Like, they literally are not real unless someone is witnessing them. They are like the epitome of a tree falling in a forest. Like, does it make a sound? And in this case, it literally doesn't make a sound unless someone's witnessing them.
I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real.
Yeah.
Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here.
Yeah.
I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized.
You sure are,
the
buddy.
The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me.
Don't worry, I fully get it.
I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time.
Yep.
What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness.
I hate to have to do it to you,
Let us
buddy.
sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Sure. We can chill in the quiet for a little bit. Now, the problem is that silence is not exactly great as a streamer. Unless, you know, you're reacting to something, perhaps, and then... Yeah. God, this fucking game... I'm so glad I finally played it. I'm so glad I'm playing it on stream, because then it is about the nature of content creation and stuff like that as well. Like, there's stuff that I can relate to here and that I want to share with you guys, and that, God, I hope that you guys are getting even a fraction of out of what I'm getting out of this. Cause holy shit, I'm feeling so fucking recognized right now, I'll be honest. Oh, God. I may not have free will or free choice, but god damn it, I'll be damned if no one else, like, someone else has realized it too while they're making this game. And I just feel glad that I am not alone in that realization. Fuck, man. God, okay. Ugh. Silence the plant. Got the clock. It's around midnight or something, it looks like. Or maybe it's like... No, what time is it? Hold on. Oh, it's like 1:30 or something like that. Or 1:36. Or 1:33. Yeah, okay. Alright, Mr. Narrator. Let's just embrace the silence just a little bit longer. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Into the void.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
Oh, hey, there's some light.
We've been through. I've had so much time.
Oh, I guess my eyes adjusted.
After a year.
Oh.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No.
Let me describe it for you.
Oh, is this about COVID too?
There is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
What is he on
It
about?
was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known.
Yeah?
It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long.
Yeah?
There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines.
Oh my god.
And that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
He's beginning to believe. He's breaking out into making the different choices in the game.
equanimity of the moment, both singular and
But he's still stuck within the frame of the game.
This was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Don't worry, buddy. I was already there long before you brought it up. So I think what he was just saying there was basically... So, also, thank you for the hydrate. I definitely need it. Okay, so I think what he was saying there was that he... Okay, we're gonna get... I don't know if you guys are familiar with Doki Doki Literature Club, but I might reference it a little bit here. So, he is a character in a game, and even less than that, he is a narrator. He doesn't have any actions of movement. All he can do is read the lines based on what happens. I think during this time, in the Void, when there's no player to interact with, in the narrative space that is filled in with backstory that is outside the control of the player and outside of the frame of the game, in a sense, he might have some semblance of choice, perhaps, in this universe, where it's like, he can see, like, there is the narrative empty space that is filled in by, that is implied by statements, when, like what he said happened. Like, it didn't actually happen, it's just implied to have happened in the narrative, right? We never experienced it. He, as a narrative entity, did. Or didn't, perhaps. So, he then realized, hey, I think what he basically did is what we can do, where we're able to go down the different paths. We exist outside of the timeline, effectively, being able to exist, walking down, choosing to go the left door or the right door or what. And so far, up until this point, the narrator has been stuck individually in each timeline with no memory of the previous one, with a few rare exceptions, such as the confusion ending. Now, in this point, what he was describing sounded a lot like he was like, okay, I am witnessing all the branching paths of the choices, and then even then realizing that within them, like, there is either a finite amount or an infinite amount. In either way, it doesn't matter, because watching the outcomes of all the choices at once, you know you're basically paralyzed. You can see how every decision will end, and what every choice is, and what it will do. And at that point, there is no more choice. There's the hypothetical idea of choice, of seeing if I went down this way, that would happen. But the fact that you know what happens when it gets down there, it's no longer a choice, right? You're looking down at the web. It's like looking down at the web and trying to be like, okay, what's at the end of the maze, or making decisions about the maze or whatever afterwards. It's weird. I don't know if I'm conveying what I mean properly, but yeah, so that's interesting. That's an interesting conclusion for the narrator to come to. Anyway, I hope he enjoys the darkness for however many more years it takes. You hear any more, buddy? Anything left? Oh, the clock stopped working. That's nice. Oh, the button came back up. Oh, are we now stuck in the same darkness as well? Because in a similar sense, we also exist in here only to be narrated to? Perhaps he's either dead, or perhaps he's giving us the silent treatment of, now we're stuck, either way, in the same situation, with only one choice ahead of us. Instead of no one to talk to, we have no one to listen to. The narrator and Stanley, or the narrator and me in this case, because I feel like Stanley at this point is kind of removed. The narrator and I, stuck in the same situation. Two kindred spirits, we need each other, or else nothing exists. Right? Like, now it's just me in a box with nothing. And there's nothing to do. Nobody to listen to. No one to even talk to, in this case. So yeah. smoke detector or something. Oh, I can't turn off the smoke detector. I'm just gonna go away from it. Also, the clock fell off the wall. Does the clock have a time on it? No, okay. I don't want the...
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
Yo, he's
it was
alive
meant to
still.
Speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up.
Yep.
It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing.
That's what I just said,
Without
kind of, in a way.
We would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
Yep.
We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
So earlier, I mentioned that I went on a bit of a ramble about content, and now we're here, we're there, we're at that part about content. We're at the part about the attention economy and how it's about God. I watched a video about, I think it was by like the Healthy Game or whatever, like the gaming psychologist, whatever, about this sort of thing, about how the sheer quantity of things demanding our attention nowadays and the fact that we are externalizing our attention makes it harder for us to realize what we ourselves want to do or want from the world, and like being able to reach the sort of like end of thought, so it's called. And yeah, God, and so this idea that, you know, everything, you know, you want everything to be, God, it's so good. I'm gonna let the narrator keep going.
What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course.
Oh no.
They've been jealous of me this whole time.
I mean, maybe some of them, but
mad in fear and insecurity.
I would be careful going down this hole, buddy.
What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words?
I mean, okay, Mr. Narrator, I'm sure some people are like that. There's a lot of people who seem to get this sort of sense of, you know, they need to do something. They want to be able to... Everyone wants to have their take on everything all of the time. Like, everyone wants to say their thoughts on everything. Because in a sense, that in a lot of... Oh god, am I going to go on to... am I going to talk about cancel culture? Oh, fuck. Okay, so, there's this sense that everyone... I feel like there's almost this sense online, especially, where you're able to... Online, you're able to see everything. You have so much information access that you're able to witness. But the problem is that your influence on those things that you're witnessing is so minuscule that you can't do anything about most of the things that you see online. But everyone wants, there's this drive that most people have where when you see something wrong, you want to do something about it, right? Or at the very least say something, and so you get it out there. You say your piece, and to like, if you see that someone's like done something awful, but there's no like punishment for them, you try to exact the punishment socially by like, you know, doing canceling stuff. And it's not like that's a bad impulse necessarily. It's just that it's like a reaction to the fact that we can see more than we can influence now, and that we want control over things that we can't have control over, and that we want to exact justice on people and situations and companies or whatever that aren't getting justice served to them, or that we don't think are getting their due. And so that's what a lot of this sort of stuff is about. And in this case with the reviews, the whole point of a review system and an aggregate review, it's not about getting a perfect score. It's everyone states what their opinion on the thing is and what their thoughts are, and that's it. That's it. Ideally, if you democratize reviewing, everyone gives their thoughts on something. Everyone says, do I like it or not? Thumbs up, thumbs down. And you see how many people like it compared to how many people don't like it. And it's not, you don't take it personally necessarily. You might try to increase that number by listening to some of the requests, but not all of them necessarily. It's not about trying to cater to everybody. Every game has its niche. And so, like, you know, it's like if someone came here and was like, oh, you're not making enough like dirty jokes, or you're not lewd enough, it's like, okay, that's not the niche that I'm going for. It's a valid niche. It's one that I have friends that are in to some extent, and I think it's cool that people do that. It's not me, though. I'm the funny, goofy cartoon guy who talks about existential crises and game design. So, God, but yeah, and if in, you know, someone who wants a skip button in a narrative-driven game might not just, they're just not the person that the game's for, and that's fine. Not every game is for everybody, and not every, you know, piece of content should be for everybody, but it is still good to have for that person to be able to say, hey, I don't like this, because then other players like them will be able to see, hey, this isn't in my niche. Like, this game isn't for me, and then they don't have to, you know, waste their money or go through refunding or whatever. Oh, okay, anyway, Mr. Narrator, what's next?
To finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily about, like, negative stuff, it's just, you know, getting thoughts out there.
Think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I mean, you could
it
just...
says far more about them than it ever
Yeah,
said
I don't
about
know,
me.
you could just say, like...
Perhaps the state
Nah.
of their psychological being was in such...
I mean, it can be fun to
and
imagine
my
people like this, but
constitutional
honestly, most of the time, it's just
willpower
people
are
want to
so
get their thoughts
iron
out. It's like, hey,
comparison.
I didn't like
Perhaps
this,
it was this state
so I'm
that
gonna
they
say
sought
that.
some outlet through which to tear me down.
There's a
This,
means
you can
through which
see,
to be
is
like,
clear
if they're
why
being
they
mean
felt
about
the
it, then
need
yeah,
to
sure.
expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
It can be
condition.
both.
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned.
It
They
could literally be
screamed.
both.
They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Oh, I think it's looping
It
now,
wasn't
actually.
enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much.
Yeah,
they
it's
said.
looping.
First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency.
Some people do it to hurt you, some people do it to actually help you. Yeah, I think there's a group in the middle there, and of, like, people who do it just because, right? Like, there's the option of saying, did you like this or not? And then some people are going to have not liked it and just not take it personally, right? And they might not even be like, oh, I want to do this so that the game can be better, or, oh, I want to do this to, like, be mean to the person. It might just be like, oh, I didn't like it. It's like, there's been times, like, you know, I've been going out to a restaurant or whatever, or, like, my friends, like, I'll try out something that my friends are into, and I play it, and I'm like, not for me. And I might give it the... Now, the thing is, in social media nowadays and in reviews and stuff like that, a thumbs down or a dislike means more than that to most people. It really shouldn't. That's not, I don't think, what it was originally meant for. But nowadays, that means, like, it is, like, it's bad from... Not that it was something that I specifically disliked, but it's something that I don't think other people should like. And when you think about it that way, then it gets to be a bit more hurtful, potentially, or potentially constructive. But ideally, it should be neutral. It should be, I don't like this, not people shouldn't like this. There's a very big difference between those two things. And nowadays in social media, it means people shouldn't like this, not I don't like this, which is not ideal. Anyway.
See, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of
I pressed the
others.
button. Have we
Of
looped
course,
into another thing?
absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek
Oh god,
everything
is he
and are
ultra
accountable
looping?
to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place.
Oh
while
god.
the narrator sits there forever and ever.
Yeah.
We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable.
He's
We
narrating for
demand it.
literally
And
forever.
then, because it was
The
said,
time is
because
taking
it was
even
spoken,
longer, but
now it simply
it's been like
has to
decades
happen.
since the last time I pressed the button, probably,
The
right?
most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone...
Oh. God, he went on for that tangent for like 2 button presses. That was wild. Is that dripping? Oh. Oh, that was the button. Okay. I'm amazed the button still is... Yeah, there's dripping. Where's the dripping coming from? Like a leaky pipe back here somewhere. Yeah, what the fuck? In this corner, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Let me check. If it's in the right ear. No, it's in the left ear still. Right ear? Yeah, so it's somewhere right here. The drip. Yeah, something's leaking now. Alright. Let's see.
The end is never the end, is never the end.
Oh my god.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
never the end,
is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is
never the
end,
end,
is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
That's the loading screen thing, right?
End is never the end, is
Chip. I like the point when the fire alarm came off at some point. More dripping. I've been on this ending for so long. Oh my god, I guess I just had so much to talk about with this one. It's been so, as the narrator put it, profound, to say the least. Oh. Oh, that water leak did something. Yeah, that'll happen if you give it, like, decades or whatever. There's wind, though. That means there's an exit, potentially. Yeah, there's the exit. We just need to wait for the pipe to fall down enough that we can access it. Wait, there's a stepladder here. Maybe if I had the ability to access it. God, the narrator's had to be sitting here this whole time during this. Maybe he was able to break out. But the narrator doesn't have a body. He doesn't exist as a person, right? He doesn't have a physical form. So, he's... Where is he stuck? How is he stuck in... He's just stuck following me, right? So until I can leave this room, he can't leave this room. Oh, this is nice. This is giving me Portal 2 vibes, like the test chambers, like being broken down and overgrown and whatnot. Like the panels and all that definitely reminds me of Portal 2. But yeah, this is nice and pretty. Look at all the trees outside. I wonder what civilization is like at this point. Nope. Nighttime? No, the plants are gone. Something's gone horribly wrong at this point. I can't believe more of the building hasn't collapsed. But yeah, some of the plants have gone away and there's no light. Oh god, are we in like the fucking heat death of the universe or something? Oh, I don't like those noises. Winter maybe? Oh, maybe. It's like Minecraft cave noises here now. Yeah, we're skipping this one. Oh, the button's fallen down. Oh my god. Well, it collapsed a bit more. Yeah, into the empty desert. Yeah, some sort of apocalypse happened while we were gone. Yeah. That's a really powerful skip button. Can't press it anymore. Okay. There's like remnants of mold or whatever from the plants there still. The fire alarm's still there. That's nice. Well, much like the narrator didn't want, it's now a free open world. There's infinite choices at this point. Infinite choices to do nothing. Just the open, empty reality of the void. Nothing left to do. Well, unless there's something immediately...
Wait, Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible?
I think
they never stopped.
That
surely I was mistaken.
I'm gonna check to make sure if there's the awaiting input button thing from earlier. But that I might have to end a stream here because I feel like there's no better. Like, we got a lot. There was a lot to talk about on that ending, and I think that like I can't top that for the rest of this stream, right? Like I'm gonna have to end today here. I'm definitely coming back to this game. We're doing more of it though, because holy shit, if the first playthrough, if the first like 3 hours of my gameplay has gotten me to talk about like all of that shit, has brought all that out for me, then I can only imagine how much deeper it goes, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to hop over to my chatting screen, and we're gonna find someone to raid. So here, give me a second. I need to close out of the game. This might be one of my favorite streams I've ever done, to be honest, because holy shit, I got to talk about game design stuff, I got to talk about, you know, philosophy, existentialism, like, God, it was so good. It was so good. I'm really happy with how this stream went. I feel like this is gonna be one of them ones that I want to save to like watch back later and just, or like to show other people. Like this is peak Innis right here, and I haven't really gotten to express this part of this side of my stuff. Like I talked a bit about game design during my Binding of Isaac streams, and I brought up little bits and pieces over time, but I feel like I've never been able to get this deep into some shit, and I am really happy about that. I love having this sort of conversation, whether it's just me to some viewers, or me to lurkers, or me to the narrator, to nobody at all. I love talking and thinking about this sort of stuff. So, God, that was so good. It's so good. I highly recommend this game to anybody. You'll be experiencing most of what's happening just by watching, to be honest, because, you know, it's not like there's like intense gameplay, real-time action. Well, not that I know of, at least. But, you know, the fact that being the player does add another layer of like control to it, of like that I feel like there's a bit of the metaphor that's kind of lost if you're just viewing, by not being the one pressing the buttons yourself and being like, oh, that's me, it's me who's doing this, and it's me who's in this situation or whatever. I'm Stanley, I'm the person who thinks he has choices but doesn't, and so on. So anyway, I love that the one review was like, oh, it's about choices in games. I don't think it's about choices just in games, guys. I think it's about more than just games, guys. I think they might be about some other bigger things than just the choices you make in video games. It might have some bigger implications. But yeah. So anyway, let's find someone to raid. Let me open up Firefox so that I don't destroy my computer by opening up Chrome. But yeah, thank you to everyone who popped by and who was watching and lurking. It was a very fun time. And yeah, I'm gonna continue this game. If I have time this week, I might slot it in on like a free space. Otherwise, I'll just like I don't know, chill as is. Do I even want to do a raid? I don't know. It's getting kind of late. I mean, it's also kind of tired. I don't know if I'm gonna be sticking around because I have to go get food anyway. I might just leave this one off here. I might just end on my own. There's no one right away that I'm thinking of that I want to raid right now anyway. So, and this is a bit of an odd stream to raid out from. It's like, oh, we're moving from deep conversations about stuff to Minecraft. Oh, it's 4 a.m. Oh my god, yeah, go to sleep, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna end off. Thank you everyone, and have a great night. Get some good rest. Thank you for following and all that. Make sure to follow my Twitter and hop in the Discord if you want to be updated on when I'm gonna be going live next. I'm gonna be streaming Binding of Isaac on Thursday, and on Friday I'm gonna be doing a collab with my friend Zanzin in Terraria. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So, yeah, good night everyone. Bye bye.